Fellas, let's cut the fluff. You know the feeling when you text her and she leaves you on read. When you walk into the room and she looks past you like you don't even exist. When her tone shifts from sweet to cold, like you've suddenly become invisible. That sting? That silence? That look like you're not even worth a glance? Yeah, I know it. And if you're honest, you do too. She used to laugh at your jokes. Now you're the joke. She used to initiate. Now you're chasing shadows. And the worst part? You blame yourself. You think if you were taller, richer, cooler, she'd look at you differently. But here's the truth. This isn't about your worth, it's about her game. Women don't ignore men by accident. They do it with surgical precision. It's a tactic, a test, a punishment, or worse, a declaration. You're beneath me. But you got two options. Let it crush you or let it wake you up. This video, it's your wake-up call. Not from some pickup artist nonsense, not from red pill rage, but from a place of raw, masculine truth. I'm about to break down exactly why she ignores you, what it really means, and how you should respond. Like a man who finally gets it. So buckle up. These 7 points will either slap you awake or set you free. Point 1. She's ignoring you because she's keeping you as a backup, not a priority. Let's start with the truth most men don't want to hear. You're the plan B, the maybe, the just in case. When a woman ignores you but doesn't block you, when she ghosts you but keeps watching your stories, when she doesn't apply for 3 days but suddenly misses you when things go wrong with another guy, that's not affection. That's insurance. She's not busy. She's not confused. She's not dealing with something. She's keeping you warm in case her real options go cold. Women today are experts at spinning plates. Social media made it easy. A woman can have 10 men orbiting her at once, each thinking they're talking. But only one gets her attention. The rest get ignored, breadcrumbed, or used for validation. If you're being ignored, it's not an accident. She knows what she's doing. You're not being considered. You're being preserved. Like food in a freezer, just in case she gets hungry later. You'll hear her say things like, "I've just been so busy. Sorry, I forgot to respond. I didn't see your message." Lies. She saw it. She ignored it because she didn't feel like replying. And the longer you tolerate it, the more you train her to treat you like an emotional dumpster, someone she can toss her boredom into whenever it's convenient. How should you react? By making yourself scarce. She's ignoring you? Ignore her harder. Let her feel your absence, not your desperation. The moment she senses she lost your attention, the power shifts. And sometimes, that's all it takes to make her regret ever treating you like an option. Point 2. Her silence is a power play. She's seeing if you'll chase her like the rest. Understand this. Modern women are raised in a culture that tells them attention equals power. From Instagram to Tinder to TikTok, they've been trained to believe their silence is a currency. And every time a man chases after being ignored, she gets paid. In ego, when a woman ignores you, especially after things seem to be going well, it's not always about disinterest. Sometimes it's a calculated test. She wants to see if you'll grovel, if you'll double text, if you'll prove you're different. Spoiler, that test is a trap. The moment you start chasing her coldness, you reinforce a dangerous dynamic. She's the prize, you're the beggar. That's exactly how she wants it. You've seen it. She posts thirst traps right after ignoring your message. She goes online, stays active, but skips your DM. She says she needs space, but posts about going out every weekend. She's not subtle. She's playing chess, and most men are playing checkers. You chasing her while she's silent isn't noble. It's pathetic. It tells her you don't value yourself enough to walk away from disrespect. Want to pass the test? Don't play it. If she backs off, you back off twice as hard. Let her wonder where you went. Let her feel your lack of reaction. Masculine men don't chase confusion. They don't dance for crumbs. They walk away from women who weaponize silence and never apologize for it. Point 3. She's already entertaining someone else, and you're feeling the emotional residue. Let's get dark for a second. When she starts ignoring you out of nowhere, after weeks of talking, flirting, maybe even getting physical, it usually means someone new just entered the picture. And whether it's an ex, a hookup, or someone with more status, she's shifting her emotional energy to him, while you're still wondering what you did wrong. Women rarely multitask when they're truly interested in a man. When they're emotionally locked in, they don't play games. But the moment a shinier option pops up, their interest in you drops faster than her phone when you text. You'll hear men say, "She just pulled away. She's been distant lately. She used to call every night, now nothing." That's not confusion. That's competition. And you're losing. Women won't tell you, "Hey, I'm seeing someone else now." They'll just start treating you like you're invisible, because it's easier to fade you out than face the guilt of saying the truth. She'll say, "I'm not ready for anything serious," but she's posting hand-holding pics with a new guy 2 weeks later. She'll say, "I need to work on myself," but suddenly finds time for parties, trips, and endless reels. So how do you react? You accept reality without begging for clarity. If she starts acting different, don't ask why. Just match your energy and disappear. Because nothing emasculates a man faster than chasing after a woman who's emotionally moved on but didn't have the decency to tell him. Point 4. She's testing your self-worth to see if you'll abandon it for her attention. Here's a truth most men don't want to hear. She's watching how much of yourself you'll give up just to get a little bit of her. When a woman starts ignoring you, especially after showing interest, it's often a psychological experiment. She wants to see if you'll abandon your own standards, boundaries, and self-respect just to win back her approval. And most men fail that test miserably. You double text. You start apologizing for things you didn't even do. You turn into a dancing monkey trying to entertain her, make her laugh, make her respond. Anything but walk away. But she's taking notes. Women don't fall for men who need them. They fall for men who respect themselves enough to say, "If you're not interested, I'm gone." She wants to see, do you still value yourself when she devalues you? Will you stand firm when she withholds affection? You'll hear it in phrases like, "You're too emotional. You're overthinking things." I didn't ask you to do all that. She's trying to make you feel like the problem, for reacting like a human being. But what she's really doing is scanning for weakness. If you fold the moment she withdraws, she'll never respect you. If you maintain your power, even in her silence, she'll either come correct or go quiet for good. And either outcome is a win. Because the second you abandon your self-worth to gain a woman's interest, you've already lost. Point 5. She thinks she can do better, and she's waiting to see if she's right. This one's a sting, but I'd rather you bleed now than rot later. Sometimes, a woman ignores you because she thinks she can upgrade. Period. She's not replying because she's out there shopping for better. In her mind, she's wondering, can I do better than this guy? And until she figures that out, you're on emotional hold. Not rejected, not accepted, just frozen. She'll still keep you around, watching your stories, liking a post here and there, maybe texting WID at midnight. Why? Because you're the emotional safety net, the fallback plan of Prince Charming flakes. But here's the brutal reality. You're not the priority, you're the placeholder. She'll say, "I'm figuring myself out." Translation, "I'm seeing if someone hotter, richer, or more exciting wants me." She'll say, "I just need space." Translation, "I need time to test out a new dude while keeping you in my pocket." The moment she realizes that new guy doesn't care, guess who she comes running back to? Yep, you. And most men accept her return with open arms, thinking it's love. It's not. It's desperation. Your reaction should be surgical. Cut her off the moment she makes you feel like a backup, because a woman who truly values you doesn't gamble with your presence. She doesn't need to see what else is out there before deciding you're enough. If she hesitates on you, you should never hesitate to leave. Point 6. Ignoring you is her way of controlling the dynamic without saying a word. Silence is a woman's stealth weapon. She can flip the entire emotional dynamic in a relationship without raising her voice, without sending a single text, without saying anything. All it takes is silence, and most men crumble. When she stops responding, pulls away, or acts busy, she's doing more than being unavailable. She's sending a message, "I have control now." And if you panic, start chasing, asking, checking in, She knows she succeeded. Why do women use silence? Because it puts you in your head. You start replaying every conversation. You blame yourself. You get anxious, needy, and reactive, all without her lifting a finger. You'll start hearing voices in your head. Did I say something wrong? Maybe she's just not feeling well. I should check in one more time. And boom, you're emotionally enslaved. But masculine power doesn't beg for answers. Masculine power doesn't react to silence. It matches it. It lets her drown in the consequences of her own games. Your silence back is not about revenge. It's about preserving your dignity. Because every time you chase her indifference, you teach her that she can mistreat you and still keep you. Flip the script. When she ignores, you vanish. Let her wonder. Let her overthink. Let her realize she just lost access to a man who knows his worth. Because control only works on the emotionally weak. And the moment you stop letting her manipulate the dynamic, you take all your power back. Point 7. How you react now sets the standard for how every woman will treat you going forward. Let's end this with something deep. This moment, right now, the one where she's ignoring you, isn't just about her. It's about you. Your next move doesn't just affect this woman. It sets the blueprint for how every woman in your life will treat you moving forward. If you react with weakness, desperation, and neediness, you're telling the universe, I'm okay with disrespect. I'll tolerate silence. I'll stay even when I'm being emotionally discarded. And that's exactly the kind of women you'll keep attracting. The ones who know they can treat you like an option and still keep you close. But if you stand tall, stay silent, and walk away with your masculinity intact, even when it hurts, you send a different message. I am not to be played with. I do not beg. I do not chase women who can't see my worth. And trust me, women sense that energy. Real masculine energy isn't about muscles or money. It's about emotional self-respect. It's the quiet power of a man who knows. If you want me, act like it. If you don't, good luck finding better. So, how should you react when a woman ignores you like you're nothing? Like she just did you a favor. Like she just freed you from wasting any more time on someone who doesn't deserve your attention. Walk away. Stay silent. Let her feel your absence. Because sometimes the greatest revenge is your indifference. If this hit home, if you've been ignored, ghosted, disrespected, or strung along, then you owe it to yourself and every man you care about to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with the brothers and sons who need this truth. Because no man should ever feel like nothing, especially not by a woman who was never worth everything. Stay sharp. Stay silent. Stay dangerous. You've just been unmasked.